Welcome everyone, this is On Just Restart, and that's Bandana Charmander. Yeah, thank you for introducing that topic, Charmander. So, here's the thing. A lot of us expected Super Mario Odyssey DLC to be revealed at this year's E3 the same way they revealed Breath of the Wild DLC last year, although that technically was announced, but we got a story trailer for that. We were hoping to maybe see something like that for Mario Odyssey. And now we did get an awesome story trailer for the Xenoblade DLC. It looks amazing. It's almost like a whole game. We didn't get anything about Mario, and we thought we were sort of building up to that, because technically, Tatsumi Kimishima, the now not expiring, but he's going to step down as the president of Nintendo. He said this year would be about ports and DLC, right? So we were thinking there'd be a lot of DLC, and there was already DLC for Mario Odyssey coming out. Free DLC, of course, but still DLC coming out every once in a while. So we were thinking that they were giving us that free DLC, building us up, buttering us up for that paid DLC later on, kind of like what they did with Splatoon and Xenoblade, and well, I guess to some smaller extent, even Breath of the Wild. I thought that was what was happening. A lot of us did. It made sense. And of course, a lot of us were speculating something about Isle Delfino. Of course, Isle Delfino was on the map before Mario Odyssey came out, so people were thinking that would be in the game, and then it wasn't there, so people were thinking it would be DLC, and we haven't heard anything about it. And now the E3 2018 has come and gone. We still have no information about any paid DLC coming for Mario Odyssey. So then that begs the question, are we going to be getting DLC for Super Mario Odyssey? And I think it's a tough question. I'm not 100% confident either way, but I think there's there's three scenarios here, or two. I'm gonna say two. Let's say two, okay? Well, I'll say the third one, but the third one's not that interesting. Okay, so the first scenario, the DLC is coming. There's going to be DLC. There's going to be maybe an Isle Delfino DLC, maybe a Luigi's Mansion DLC. Maybe each of them will be like a kingdom, right? They'll simply add them into the game, and we'll probably pay some money for them. And they just haven't announced them yet, and they'll announce them later on in the year. And it's going to be fine. It's still going to come out this year because it's just DLC. They didn't really get to show it off at this year's E3. That's a possibility. It's not a big main AAA game from Nintendo, so it's not like they're going to hold that off, right? There have been smaller announcements like DLC and third-party games and ports that have come up after E3. It happened last year. Doom was a great example of that. So, that could be the case, and we may still get Mario Odyssey DLC later on this year. I think that could happen. However, there's another possibility. Maybe they're gonna do a few more costumes and skins for Mario Odyssey just to keep people, sort of into it throughout the year. But that's it, and they're not gonna really do any paid DLC for Mario Odyssey. Now, why would they do that? The DLC is making the money, people want it. It's not like they pulled out content. This is gonna be new additional content, and most people are pretty happy about this and they want it. So why would Nintendo not give us the DLC? Well, like I said, I think this is still possibly we may see it, but I think another scenario here is that maybe we could be looking at a Super Mario Galaxy 2 scenario. So what I mean by that is this. For the Nintendo Wii, we got Super Mario Galaxy in 2007, right? And then in 2009, we got Super Mario Galaxy 2. And basically what happened is that Mario Galaxy was a revolutionary or innovative, whatever you want to say for Mario games. It was big. It had a lot of crazy new ideas that sort of changed our perspective on what you could do for a platformer game. And Nintendo still had a lot of ideas. They still have a lot of ideas. So what do? They started using those ideas and they put them into a whole new secondary game. So then what if during development maybe they were considering doing DLC as paid DLC for Mario Odyssey, they started seeing that they had so many different new ideas that it would just fit for them to have a whole other game. And maybe we could be seeing a whole other game, in the vein of Mario Odyssey, maybe Super Mario Odyssey 2 in not 2017, but 2019. And interestingly, it kind of fits because for the Wii, back in 2007, we saw Mario Galaxy, and then in 2009, we saw Mario Galaxy 2. Then 10 years later, 2017, we saw Mario Odyssey, and then maybe in 2019, we see Mario Odyssey 2. That would be pretty crazy, wouldn't it? Is it possible? I think it's possible. Is it likely? I don't know, but I do feel like a Super Mario Odyssey sequel makes a lot of sense, and a DLC like an Isle Delfino or Luigi's Mansion Kingdom could get in the way of that. So maybe, they're focusing their efforts on creating a whole new game instead of just a small little expansion. those are the two scenarios that I want to talk about. Now, the third scenario is just that they just decided they don't want to make paid DLC, and that's that, and Mario Odyssey is what we're getting, and there will be no sequel. It's possible, right? But those are the three scenarios I think could be happening, but I think it's likely that either A, we will be getting DLC, and they just haven't announced it yet, and maybe we'll get it in a later direct a couple months from now, or maybe they're working on a sequel for Mario Odyssey. Either one is really exciting to me, and heck, maybe there's a fourth scenario here where they still come out with the DLC, and they still work on a sequel, but maybe it comes out a little later down the road. Maybe not 2019, but 2020. Which in a way makes sense to me, because when I'm looking at the games we already know that are in development for the Nintendo Switch in 2019, it's looking pretty stacked, right? Like, because we still have the expectation of Animal Crossing, though technically it's not confirmed, but there's Pikmin 4, there's Bayonetta 3, there's Metroid Prime, there's Pokemon 2019, there's Fire Emblem, there's Yoshi, there's that Daemon X Machina game. So there's a lot of games that are already slated for the Nintendo Switch that we know are in development that likely could be hitting 2019, so that year's already looking pretty stacked. So if a Mario Odyssey 2 is in the works, a sequel, maybe 2019 is too soon, maybe 2020 we could be seeing that game. Maybe we still get DLC. That's a possibility. I think that's a possibility. But what do you guys think? Do you think we could be seeing a Mario Odyssey sequel in the near future, or will we be getting a DLC, or is that all there is for Super Mario Odyssey? I'm really curious what you guys think, so let me know in the comments below. But what do you think, Bayonetta Charmander? What would you want to see? Okay, alright, that's what he wants to see. Alright then, well, you know, those are my thoughts on the matter, guys, and thank you so much for listening and watching. Make sure to subscribe and like and hit that notification bell. This is On Just Restart, and I will see you all really soon. Bye.